Let's learn some new Turkish words in this Turkish story. Our short Turkish story is called, or the title of it is Bir Fincan Kahve. Bir Fincan Kahve, which means a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee. Okay? So let's start with the story with some words that passed in the story. Urardı, stop by or stopped by in the past because the here is the past from uğramak. Uğramak is to stop by. Urardı, he or she stopped by, and the R here is the geniş zaman, one of the tenses in Turkish. Almak için. Almak means to buy or to get. It has two meanings. İçin for buying or for getting. To get or to buy, we can also translate it this way. Vardı, there was. The is the past. Var alone means there is. The is the past, there was. Now here, unutuyor, forget. He or she forgets, okay? When we don't put anything at the end, it means he or she. Now, unutmak to forget, uyuyor for the şimdiki zaman present continuous tense. So, unutuyor, he is forgetting or she is forgetting. But while reading the story, you will notice that it's appropriate to say he forgets or she forgets. They are very close. The present continuous tense and the present tense, we use this one for both when we want to translate. Oturdu, he sat or she sat. Do is the past from oturmak, to sit. So you notice the infinitive form ends with mak or mek depending on the vowel. So oturmak, to sit. Oturdu, sat. Of course, we mean he or she sat. Also, it sat because the three together, it, she, he, and it take don't take anything at the end of the word. For example, if we had oturdular, lar represents they pronoun. Oturdular, they sat, but since we don't put anything when we don't put anything at the end of the word, it means the personal pronoun he, she, it. Sordu, asked. From sormak, to ask, it's the same idea. He asked or she asked. Alıyorum, I am taking. Or also, what did we say? Almak, to buy. Get or buy. I am buying also. So almak, it's the same infinitive form, means to get or to buy or to take. Alıyorum, this your means the şimdiki zaman present continuous tense. The um represents the personal pronoun I. I am taking or I am buying. Seviyorsunuz, you love. This sunuz means the plural you, not the single you. So you, all of you love. From sevmek, to love, the iyor, as we said, the present continuous tense, and sunuz for the plural you, not only one person. Okay. If you notice here, sometimes we put iyor, sometimes we put your, depending on the vowel over here. Okay, depending on the vowel. Yıllardır, yıllardır yazıyorum. I have been writing for years. So let's start with this one. Yazıyorum, it's the same idea. Alıyorum. From yazmak, to write. So I am writing. Yıl means year. Lar here is plural, so years. The dur means 4 years. So I have been writing for many years. I have been writing 4 years. F-O-R. Etkilendi, affected. From etkilenmek, the infinitive form. Di is the past. And why did we put I here? Because I have the letter or the vowel E. Here, for example, because I have A. It's a thick vowel, heavy vowel. Okay, acele etmedi, didn't hurry up or hurry. It means he didn't hurry or she didn't hurry. So from the infinitive form, acele etmek. So now here didn't. Why? Because okay, this is it. Acele etmek means, or acele et means hurry up. Me is the negative, not, and D is for the past. He didn't hurry or she didn't hurry. Also, it can, the personal pronoun it can also be used here to translate. Now the story. Bir fincan kahve, a cup of coffee, as we said. Elif, which is the name of the girl. Elif, her sabah işe gitmeden önce küçük bir kahve dükkanına uğrardı. Which means Elif stopped by, or let's say stops by, we'll explain more, So Elif stops by a small coffee shop every morning before going to work. So Elif, we have urardı. Urardı is, we use this tense, this R, which means the geniş zaman. It means in Turkish geniş zaman when something, when a person does something habitual every day. We use this geniş zaman, this tense. So every day her sabah, because every day or every morning her sabah she goes to that coffee shop, so we use the geniş zaman. Elif stops by, so we don't say stopped in the past, no, stops by, because she does this every day, every morning. Stops by what? Küçük bir kahve dükkanına. A, which is a here, bir, a small coffee shop. So kahve means coffee, dükkan means shop. So Elif stops by a small coffee shop, okay? Her sabah işe gitmeden önce, every day before going to work. So her sabah, every morning. İş means work. İşe to work. Git means go. Gitmeden, this is meden means before. Before going to work, so meden önce together, of course. Meden önce means before going to work every morning. So Elif stops by a small coffee shop every morning before going to work. Bu dükkan onun için sadece kahve almak için bir yer değil, aynı zamanda bir nefes alma noktasıydı. Now, the meaning of the sentence. For her, this shop wasn't just a place to grab coffee, but also a little escape point. So let's see what that means. Bu dükkan, this shop. Onun için as passed in the previous slide, for her. Onun, the girl, Elif, for her. So this shop, for her, sadece only kahve almak için. For taking coffee, or for buying coffee, or for getting coffee. Bir yer değil, is not, değil means not, is not a place. So this shop is not just a place for her to get coffee. Aynı zamanda, at the same time. So aynı means same, zaman means time. At the same time, bir nefes alma noktasıydı. Let's translate this sentence. Bir means a. Nefes means breath. Alma, take. Noktasıydı, a point, a place, let's say. So it's like a place for her to like take a breath, take a break, to escape, as whatever you want to translate it, but get the idea and you know the meaning of each word. So it's like that. It's uh, let's translate the whole sentence. For her, this shop wasn't just a place to grab coffee or to get coffee, but also a little but at the same time here, but at the same time to escape. Now, whatever you want to translate this, translate it, but I explained each word. Bir sabah masada oturan yaşlı bir adam dikkatini çekti. One morning, an old man sitting at a table caught her attention. One morning, a morning, of course, we say a morning, one morning. Masada oturan. Oturan, now, otur means sit. Oturan, the person sitting. Masada, on the table. Yaşlı, old, he is an old man. Bir adam, a man, dikkatini çekti. Together means caught her attention. Together. So the meaning of the sentence would be: one morning, an old man caught her attention sitting on the table. Or we can say, one morning, an old man sitting at the table caught her attention. Adamın önünde bir defter ve eski bir kalem vardı. In front of the man was a notebook and an old pen. Adamın önünde, in front of the man, bir defter vardı, we can say, ve eski bir kalem vardı, which means there was a notebook and an old pen. So in front of the man was a notebook and an old pen. Elif kahvesini alıp yanına oturdu. Elif got her coffee and sat next to him. So Elif is the name, kahvesini, Elif kahvesini, which means her coffee. Kahvesi, her coffee. Alıp, took. Yanına, next to, oturdu, sat. So of course it means Elif took her coffee and went beside the man or sat beside the man. So Alip means took. She took her coffee. The up here I explained it in the previous story so that we don't repeat the same ending. So you'll find it in the previous story. Yanına, next to. Merhaba dedi Elif. Hi said Elif. Yazmayı mı seviyorsunuz? Do you love to write? Yazmak to write, yazmayı writing mı is the question, seviyorsunuz as passed before from sevmek, you love. Now here we said sunuz plural you. If you remember the previous slide, why did we say that? Because sunuz here also for plural you and for respect. We can use for both. Yaşlı adam gülümseyerek cevap verdi. The old man smiled and replied. So yaşlı adam, old man, gülümseyerek by smiling. So gülümse, this erek means by. So he was smiling and answering. Cevap verdi and answered. Evet, yıllardır yazıyorum. Yes, I've been writing for years. And this one passed in the first slide at the beginning of the video. Hayatım boyunca karşılaştığım insanları ve öğrendiğim dersleri not alıyorum. So he said, okay, we did this. Yes, I've been writing for years. I write down the people I've met and the lessons I've learned throughout my life. So hayatım boyunca, boyunca means throughout what? My life. Hayat means life, means my. So throughout my life. Karşılaştığım insanları, people I've met. So karşılaşmak, like to meet, to like when you meet someone on the road, so it's like you met that person accidentally. You don't know that person, you met him accidentally. This is karşılaşmak. İnsanları, people I've met ve öğrendiğim dersleri not alıyorum. I am taking note, like I'm writing if you want to say it. Öğrendiğim dersleri, the lessons I've learned. So the whole meaning will be I'm jotting down or I'm writing down the people I've met and the lessons I've learned throughout my life. Elif meraklı sordu. Elif curiously asked. So sordu asked, Elif the name, meraklı with curiosity. So curiously. Peki, okay. Yazdıklarınızdan en önemli ders nedir? What's the most important lesson you've written about? So yazdıklarınızdan, from your, like for respect, you, respect because she's respecting him, she doesn't know him, so use nız. From your writings, yazdıkları, from your writings, en önemli, the most important lesson, what is the most important lessons or lesson you've written about? Or what's the most important lesson you've written about? Yes, the same. Adam bir an düşündü ve şöyle dedi. The man thought for a moment and said. The man thought, bir an means moment. So like a moment. So he thought for a moment and said the following. Şöyle means this sentence. Hayatta en önemli şey küçük anların değerini bilmektir. Which means the most important thing in life is to appreciate the small moments. So the most important. Önemli means important and means the most. The most important thing, a thing in life is to know. From bilmek means to know. Bilmektir, like to emphasize on a word. And also we use tir when we don't have a verb in the sentence. Tir. So the most important thing in life is to know. Değer means value. Also, it means appreciate, but it means value also. To know the value of small moments or to appreciate the small moments. Okay? Çoğu insan büyük başarıların peşinde koşarken, kahve içerken yaşanan güzel bir sohbetin değerini unutuyor. Long sentence. Let's see the meaning. Most people chase big achievements but forget the value of a nice conversation over a cup of coffee. So çoğu insan, which it comes from çok, a lot. Most people, büyük başarıların means a great, büyük means also big, great achievements, their great achievements, these people, peşinde koşarken, while running after great achievements. What happens? Kahve içerken also can means while or when. When drinking coffee, and you notice this R is the geniş zaman in one of the tenses in Turkish. So while, what did we say? Drinking coffee. Yaşanan güzel bir sohbetini, değerini unutuyor. Okay, unutuyor means what? It passed in the first slide, which means forget. The value of what? Of a nice conversation. What? Yaşanan from yaşamak means to live. Yaşanan, the moment they are living. The moment they are living. Kahve içerken while drinking coffee. But the whole meaning will give, or this sentence means most people follow or chase big achievements but forget the value of a nice conversation while drinking coffee. Elif adamın sözlerinden çok etkilendi. Elif was deeply moved by his words. Çok etkilendi was affected. It passed in the first slide. But here, when we translate, we say was moved. Okay? Was very moved. Okay? Etkilendi or was deeply moved to translate. From what? From the words of the man. O günden sonra kahve içmek için acele etmedi. From that day forward, she stopped rushing through her coffee, like drinking it fast. O, that, günden sonra, den sonra means after. After that day, kahve içmek için, to drink coffee, acele etmedi means didn't hurry up. So, from that day forward, she stopped rushing through her coffee. Her sabah kahvesini içerken etrafına daha dikkatli bakmaya ve insanlarla sohbet etmeye başladı. Every morning she began to pay more attention to her surrounding and engage in conversations with people. So every morning, her sabah kahvesini içerken while drinking her coffee, etrafına, around her surroundings, daha dikkatli bakmaya, started paying attention. So dikkatli means paying what? Bakmak means to look. But of course, we don't translate it this way. We say she's, while drinking her coffee, she started to dikkatli. We said pay more attention about her surrounding or to her surrounding ve insanlarla sohbet etmeye başladı and started from başlamak. She started to have conversations with who? With people. Or we can translate as engage in conversations with people. Bu küçük değişiklik onun hayatına mutluluk kattı. This small change brought happiness into her life. This small değişiklik, change, onun hayatına mutluluk kattı. As we said, brought happiness to her life. Now, mutluluk kattı brought happiness, but of course, when we translate each word, it differs. And this is the English translation of the story. Don't forget to share the story with those who are also learning Turkish.